Hey there, it's Scott Ewer here, and what I wanted to show you today was how to edit a page using OptimizePress 2. So first off, just a lot of people have been familiar with OptimizePress. It's been around for many years, and it's a great way to build a quick landing page, put a video, headlines, connect with your autoresponder together. But OptimizePress 2, when it came out, it's very, very different, and it's different in a really great way. So the what I wanted to show you today was just kind of the basics of how you use the editor and how to do just a couple of things with OptimizePress. So when you have a page, so I have a blog set up, and inside of there I just wanted to build a simple page. And first, let me show you what the page looks like. Okay, so the page looks like this. So it has an area up here that has a headline. It's got these two elements right here, and this is an image and a video. Over here is where I start the actual letter of the page. So what actually happens is, for example, this text and this picture right here are what's called a row inside OptimizePress. And then down here, this is the next area of text all the way to this area, and that's another row. And then you have another row here, which is this strip or this headline in the page. And then you have another row here, that's text and an image. And then you have another row. So as you see here, what happens is that it looks pretty seamless as you go through here, but it's actually pulled together through a series of rows in OptimizePress. Now each row you can set up differently. So this is what's called a two-column row. So it's two columns because I've put text over here and I've inserted an image here. And then this is a one-column row inside of there. This is I forget the actual name of it, but it's a different type of row, so like a headline row, something like that, and then I add another one. So when you go back here and you click on Live Editor and launch now for that page, then what happens is you get this editor comes up, and it shows you have all these different rows, and this is a row here, okay, that has two elements in it. So each row consists of what's called these elements. So an element is a box of text, or it's an image, or it's a video, kind of whatever as you're constructing your page. So mapping back to that page, that's the top area, right? And then here's my image and the video in another row. And then you'll see here the row here, which just has this much text, and it matches to the size of the picture. And then you have another row, which is where the text takes off. Okay, so that's the basics. Now, when you have a row here, so the row is just a set of elements, and the elements then make up that row. So I just have this row here. It has two elements, the text box and the video. I could add more under there, but I don't, because then the next thing is a new row that is just one column with text. This is two columns, okay? So for example, I'm just going to come down here and use this area here. So this is the what's called the headline area, right? And in the headline area, I have a row, and I added an element that's a headline, and that's what that is. So I could add more in there, but I just leave it at that. So you'll see here that it's it's sort of spaced out a lot, but when the page actually shows up, you'll see that it's pretty tightly put together there. So it's really nice. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to add a new row, and I'm just going to add a couple of things here to show you how to do this. So for example, a two-column row. So I'm going to add a new row, and you see here that you have these layouts, right? So you can do as many columns as you want, but I'm going to show you a two-column. And you'll see here there's complex layouts. You can do all sorts of sizes, and it's just going to put those little elements inside of there for you to edit. All right, the section break, that is the blue brands that I had across the top there. And then there's some other things that that I haven't used here, but there's lots of I haven't used on this page, but there's lots of things. So you see here that I added a new row, and now I have two elements. So these are the two columns inside of here. So if I wanted to add in a text box like this, I would do add element, and then this is where you go and you choose what element is. So I could take that one element and make two columns of text if I wanted. okay? Or I could put in arrows, or I could put in a bullet block, right? Or I could do some other things. There's a countdown timer, um, lots of things here. But what I'm looking for is the text. All right, so let's just scroll down here. So many options. Okay, a text block. So this is just a normal block of text into my page. So I'm going to click on that, and then it's going to ask me to choose the text block style. And I'm just going to keep a regular text box style here. So choose that. And then it lets me go ahead and type in whatever text I want here. So I'm just going to put in, this is sample text, right? And then I can edit this. So I can select that, and I can change, the text color here. Let's just make it something that really stands out, like a red, and we'll bold it and put it into italics, whatever that we want to do there. And then just scroll down a little bit and just do an insert, and it'll put text in there. Okay, so that is my one part of this row. It's my one element. Now I can continue adding elements, or I can leave it. So when I'm working with two columns, I try to do it so that they're the same, roughly the same size, right? So when I look at this is a little bit bigger, but then I have, the reason I did that is because I have sort of these dashes underneath, so it looks like it's all part of the same thing. But anyway, so then the other element, so this is the one column, and then here's my other column. So let's say that I wanted to add an image or a video. So I could come in here, and then I could choose an image with text, or I can do just a regular image. So if I did an image with text, it's going to bring in and let you upload a video, and then, an image, and let you put text along the side, or you can just bring in an image. So if I click on image, then it's going to let me choose a style. So as I look through these different styles, you see here, this starts to get a little bit of a border. It's sort of, I forget what that's called, where the box sort of looks like it's pulled off the page a little bit. This has a white border around it. Okay, this has a thicker border, so you can choose how you want to do that. And then I'll just go ahead and select that one, and then I can select the file. So I can bring in files from my computer, or I can bring it in from my media library, which I'll just click over there on that. And I'm going to just choose, I'm going to choose this one. And I'll say OK on this, insert into post. And I'm going to just do a thumbnail here, so you can kind of choose what size you want that image to be. Insert into post, and it's going to pull that in. And then you can put a caption. You can have it do a link, so it links to something, and have it open in a new window. You can align it within that column, so center it, left or right it, and a couple other things there, and then just say insert. So now, if I were to save that page, which I'll do, and I'll just show you what it looks like now. So if I do a save and close, and then I come out here and I refresh my page, and you'll see that right here, here's my sample text and my new image. So you see here, it's pretty seamless underneath there. And all I did again was that I added that row, and I added two columns there. So that's really the basics of how you edit a page. Again, you have your rows. You can copy the row. So if you have something that you want to that's very similar, but you just want to change it a little bit, you can copy it. You can edit the row, so you can change the background and a few other things about the row. You can clone it, which means that you the difference between copy and clone, I'm actually not sure right now. And then you can move the row, so you can click on it and drag it and move it around. So as you have all these different rows, you can shift things within here. And then you can also just delete the row. So for example, if I wanted to go back to that row, that test row that I just did, I can delete it. I can also move it. So let's say I wanted to move it above that blue bar that I had. So now it's right above there, right? So you can move things around. I can, like I said, clone it, or I can just delete it. So I'm going to say OK to delete that, and now I'm back to my original page. Okay, so you have rows, you have what the type of row that it is, and then you have elements within the row that you use to build the page. I use save and close because save and continue sometimes locks up on me. So that's the option when I want to save the page and get back to it. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful and useful for you. Scott Ewert signing off, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.